appears that this retrial is going to happen. But is the goal here justice for Travis, or is it appealing to the public's hatred of Jodi Arias? I want to go straight out to Jordan Rose, attorney in Arizona. What do you think, Jordan?
Jean, I think justice is not about money. Justice has always been about the law and the rule of law. And here in this case, this family, Jean, this family is asking the county attorney to continue the case, to get her a conviction and to get her put to death. And so that's what's important, and that's what's going to happen. Jodi, as the taxpayer watchdog, is just ridiculous. And her tweets are so out of control, saying that, taxpayers, please, think this is a bad thing. I mean, come on. Is that what she's left with? She's trying to go after
Brian Silber, let me ask you, defense attorney joining us out of Miami, $1.7 million so far. She's been convicted of first-degree murder. Life in prison will be her fate. Does the prosecution really need to go farther?
In this case, I actually agree with Jordan. She's 100% correct. You can't put a price on justice. Part of the reason why we have the system that we have is not only rule of law, but so that the public and victims of crime have an outlet for the things that have upset them in a way that is lawful and based on ethics and rules. And in this case, if you have found her guilty of a heinous murder, the prosecution is completely within its rights in a death penalty state to go forward with the death penalty, especially if that's where the victims want to see happen. So I can't fault them for anything that they're doing. And I think Jodi is out of her mind to continue with these ridiculous tweets. All it does is prove what a psychopath she probably really is. And I completely disagree with it. And if anybody, I feel bad for her lawyers. They clearly have a client who's out of control and that they can't manage.
All right, John Lieberman, HLN contributor, let's talk about these tweets because they are continuing, and we get some information out of them, right? Jodi is saying the third request they've had for a plea deal so they don't go into the penalty phase has been rejected. Does Jodi Arias have any type at all of leverage in this?
She has zero leverage. She's a convicted, gruesome killer and liar. And not for nothing, but you're really not supposed to discuss any sort of, plea discussions in the public domain. So as Brian said, I'm sure her lawyers are furious about that. This is just another chance for Jodi Arias to say, look at me, I'm still relevant, I'm still here. And every time she tweets, it's another kind of dagger in the heart of the Alexander family. It's ridiculous. It should be shut down. And frankly, it's not up to her or her side to introduce, what she wants to plea to. It's up to the state of Arizona if they are willing to even keep a plea deal on the table. And I suggest to you that's the furthest thing from their mind right now. And every time she does this, it just makes those prosecutors want to push forward even more.